Welcome once again to Dr. King Talk Show. This is a 250-day countdown to America 250 years independence. And tonight, I want to welcome powerfully Dr. Theresa Billingsley, the owner of Health Exchange Shop and a leading voice in the natural health and wellness, an integrative nutrition health coach, a dietary supplement advisor committed to holistic healing and preventive care, known for creating unique herbal combinations that have restored vitality and health to people. She's also an author and humanitarian who has served our community selflessly during the COVID, giving free immune boosting items, a purpose driven leader, passionate about helping people and helping them to fulfill their destiny, reduce dependency on harmful medications. Above all, she is a minister of the gospel, love Jesus, and very, very much committed to kingdom business. Welcome Dr. Theresa to Dr. King Talk Show. You are very much welcome.
Thank you. Thank you
How
so
are
much.
you?
All is well. I have no complaints. Thank you so much for having me tonight.
Thank you. Thank you. So I want to start with what originally inspired you to begin this health journey? What
That's
inspired you?
that's a
What
great
inspired you? Yeah.
so people might think I'm just being extra deep, but I gotta say it's God because I literally had
Okay.
dreams. You know how you dream and you seeing like the vitamin A, B, C, D, K, and you just ignore it.
Mhm.
What does that mean? But I've always been mindful of health. If I hear someone sick, I want to help them get well. So all of these years has been being suppressed. I was like, God couldn't care about this, but why am I dreaming about it? So then a prophetic word came to me from prophetess Pamela Ward when I was a member of Bethel Church 11 Keys. And she said, I see you having your own health store. And I was like, I didn't have no faith for it. So I was like, I can't afford a store. How am I going to afford a store with my own? So I'm just rejecting it. But I'm like, but how does she know I love health? That's my thing. So after that, another prophet who I never met in person, he inboxed me on Facebook. God rest his soul. I see you have your own online health business. Now I have faith for online. I said, oh, online, I can do that, right? So my faith connected with online because I didn't have to worry about the store. Then another lady who I
Mhm.
met on Facebook said, you know what? I'll do your website for free. And God just opened doors.
Oh.
But he literally inspired. So I said, but he gave me the inspiration before I knew how much he cared about the health of his people. Then I started tying the scriptures together. I said, this is a thing. This is a thing. So yeah, after that is my passion. I literally felt like a mantle. I'm not exaggerating. Like a mantle
Oh.
that I was born to do. Like
Oh.
exaggerating. Yeah.
Wow, wow. It was like a mantle, something that you like, that I am born to do this because the question I want to ask you truly is how do you create these unique combinations that has developed into groundbreaking products that
Yes.
have impacted so many lives? How do you let's take it step by step. How
Yes.
do you develop how have you come about creating the unique combinations?
Thank you. Thank you for that question. So I give God all the glory again. Every seed bearing plant, everything we need is already in this earth. Every plant,
Mm,
every herb, whether it's here, Tanzania, Africa, wherever it is, everything we need is in this earth for anything we could ever face. So I'm like, God,
mm,
I don't know nothing about this. You put this mantle on me. I need help. So I'm praying about everything. So when customers come to me, I have an office in Union. So when clients come into my
okay.
office, I'm praying. Like you can ask them. I'm opening in prayer while they're talking to me. I'm like, God, you know all things. You know this vessel you made. What do they need? Because everything that the no shade to the doctors. There are good doctors and they have their
Yeah.
place. But you should not be on a medication for 25 years and you're not healed. Obviously, it's not helping.
Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, oh, yeah.
I made this for the heart. I made this for the kidney. I made this for the liver. So I was like, oh, I never heard of that. I'm not Dr. King. You already know the testimony how you and me met. So you know I hear the voice of God.
Mhm.
You already know
Yeah, yeah,
how you
yeah.
and I met. That was God.
Oh, yeah.
When I'm in my sleep, he speaks to me a lot in between. I don't know what you call that stage when I know I'm back into the earth, not in the dream world anymore, but I'm not fully alert and I hear him. He said to me, epigenetics. I was like, what is that? So of course I had to look it up because I'm not a doctor. So I'm looking up what it says and it lets me know about if somebody has something in their bloodline it doesn't necessarily mean they have to have that disease unless they turn it on by their lifestyle or lack of discipline in certain areas. So I started asking God, well, how can I help your people live long? How can I help your people fulfill their destiny? Because that's my mission. I don't want to keep hearing people say, oh, they died. Oh, God just took them. And no, it's not your time. When you have a massive heart attack because you wasn't eating properly, that's not your time. Stop blaming God. Stop lying on God. So my mission is to help people live and fulfill their destiny. So that's when I started asking God, please, God, you got to show me where you plant certain herbs and what country.
This question that I want to ask you, I wanted to start with your product. Does it need to go through any of the FDA approval? And if no, why?
Federal Demonic Agency. I'm sorry, Federal Drug Administration. I'm sorry. So they won't ever say that is approved by the FDA because they can't make money off of what God created. So that's why they always take a portion of what he created and put their aesthetics with it and put all kind of blends and chemicals so they can say it's their patent and they can do what they want to do.
Oh,
I have to always
oh,
I have to always say that this is not approved by the Federal Drug Administration. I have to say that. They don't want us messing up their money. I'm not in competition with them. God made it and he created it for us, so we're going to use it. But no.
if I get it right, America believes that everybody can go through natural herbs. You can go through your own personal prescription. Like it's not prescription, right?
Mhm.
It's supplement. It's supplement. It's not prescription.
Correct. It's definitely not a prescription.
Oh, okay.
So even when I take my health coaching class before I became certified, we can't say it's a prescription. We say we recommend. We can't diagnose or anything
Oh,
like that. So we have to stay away from all of the verbiage that a doctor would say. And I even have to say, as a disclaimer, I am not a doctor. Seek your physician. You know, I always have to cover myself.
uh,
Words like may.
oh,
This may help reduce your blood pressure. Mind you, one of my clients, cardiologist, her heart
it
doctor,
does.
asked her to ask me
Oh,
what I'm giving her because she's doing so well. How is your cardiologist asking me what I'm giving you because he know what he's giving you is not helping?
wow.
She went from seeing him every 3
Amazing.
to every 6 months. He's like, I don't need to see you for another year. What? Ask her what is she giving you? How much of each milligrams did she put in those? What is it she's doing? Why? Because you don't study it in school. Oh, that's why.
Wow. Oh, wow. So love that. I love that. I love that. We can just take it off from there. Give us some of the lives that have been transformed, the
Great.
particular, this is for this and
Yeah.
this is for this. Yes,
Thank you.
tell
That's
me
a
about it.
great question. So as I stated, one of the clients that's one of my favorite testimonies. I mean, I literally jumped punched in the air when she was like, "Oh, my cardiologist want to know what are you giving me and how much milligrams of each because it's working so well." I'm talking about somebody who was on
Wow.
the verge of like literally like she's like thinking she's going to leave here because of her heart, and he's just like, "What is she giving you?" I said, "God," I started
Ah,
jumping in the air, jump punching. Then you have other testimonies. Their A1C was something like 15 point something. The things that I gave them, it came down to
uh-huh.
6. So blood sugar levels came from 50
Oh,
to 6. They're just like, oh my God, this works. I was like, I can't say it
oh,
works.
wow.
I have to say it may improve. I can't use words like will because
I get,
only FDA can say that.
oh,
Don't want to mess their money up.
and the ones who could say that they've been treating them for a very long time and the thing is not. I get you.
That's the
I
part
get
that
you.
drives that's the part that drives me. I remember a good
That
friend of mine.
pushes.
I remember a good friend of mine before he came to me for supplements. He was like, "You remember as kids that he always?" I said, "What do you mean?" And he said he had diabetes since we were little kids. I said, "I don't remember that when we were kids going to church." So he's like, "Yeah, 25 years he's been taking medicine." I was like, "What?
Whoa.
You've been taking what for how long? You're
Oh,
not better, and you're still taking it? Let me understand how
wow.
that fits." He was like,
So you
right."
took over the case, right?
Brainwashed. People are brainwashed. You're how
Wow.
how are you taking something that's only going to keep putting a band-aid on you and never healing you? God forbid you have a
Oh,
if you have a womb and you put a band-aid because you're covering it so it can heal to protect it from the outside elements. You're not wanting to wear a band-aid the rest of your life.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's all those drugs that he was taking did is suppressing, and then as soon as you stop taking it, you think you have to stay on it because when you stop taking it, everything just explodes. Like, wait, where's the medicine? I was suppressed it. Now it's so
Mm.
they don't know what to offset it with what herb. So their thing is like $5 copay.
Mm.
Keep this $5 copay going with something. At least I got no, stop it. Ignorance is not bliss. It's not. God put everything in this earth we need to live. There's nothing in this earth that God didn't create that we need for any disease. Any. So that's my passion, to help people become aware and kind of help them deprogram from the brainwashing of a $5 copay. So if I tell you this is $40, oh my God, $40. But you're spending that every day at lunchtime at work. You see what I'm saying? You put your money where you want it to be, not realizing this
Yeah.
vessel is the house of God. People
Yeah.
me, no disrespect to any preacher, leader. What disgusts me is people who have such discipline to pray and say they read their Bible, but don't have discipline to put that fork down, don't have discipline to exercise, don't have discipline to take the herbs
Mm.
they, but you strong spiritually,
Mm.
but you weak physically. So how are you going to fulfill your
Mm.
God-given destiny if your spirit is not in your body because your body's dead?
Mm. And
Take
you've got only one, and you've got only one life
one
to
heart,
live.
one liver,
One heart,
one pancreas.
one kidney,
You see what I'm saying?
and you're just making a mess of it, as if to say there's a spear somewhere. And
That
even the ones who are trying to, there's no spear anywhere. There's no spear.
I said that you hit the nail on the head.
Um,
I told someone one day, I said, we don't have a little valve, like a clear valve on the side of our neck, like you can see in your car. Oh, the gas is getting low. When something hits you, then you realize, what is that pain? What is that?
mm,
Inside you feeling like, oh my God. But by the time you feel that, something's wrong. So it's better to
I get it.
be preventive, take care of your vessel.
Then, yeah.
We care more about the outside than the inside.
Oh, okay.
I want you to see, oh, my hair is cute. I brush my teeth, da 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 da.
Mm,
My cute little necklace, but inside you're not taking that same care because you can't see your inside. You can't see your heart, your kidney, your liver.
just like someone driving a car that refused to take it for service, for tune-up, for
Good example.
maintenance, and all of the. I mean, one of the days it's just going to break down on the road, and that is just going to be the end of it.
That's
Okay, because I've got some more questions that I want to ask you. So let's
that's
let's move it now,
yes,
so
sir.
that someone will not just someone maybe I just got an idea. I know you also went for training on this thing, so please tell me about the training and tell our audience some of the areas that your training has focused on. So tell me some of the trainings that you did and what are the focus of that training. Yes, what is it all about?
Thank you, sir. So one part of the training that I loved is when the doctors who switched sides from that Western medicine to
Mhm,
herbs, and how they was teaching us
mhm.
how they don't learn in school about herbs. They don't learn how to do things. They don't learn how to
Oh,
Yeah, they don't learn how to cure. They learn how to just treat and keep you at bay to be their lifetime customer. They don't learn how to cure. So when they started teaching
mm,
about different things with the blood, different things with lifestyle, different things, how food is information. So everything in your body is
mhm,
by what you put in it. It knows what cell. God is amazing. It knows what cell to go to. It knows how to reject it. So my favorite part of my lessons, it was so many. It was a year, but the main takeaway: everything impacts your health, not just food. Emotional, spiritual, physical,
mm,
financial. Anything can cause stress. Anything can cause dis-ease and disruption in your body. But the food itself is information to your cells. So if you don't put the right food in,
mm,
body's kicking it and rejecting it, and you'll wonder why you're eating 4 Whoppers and
mm,
you're hungry because your brain and your
mm,
body and the bloodline
mm,
tells like that's not food, that's not nutrients. Oh, I'm eating a whole pack of cookies. Why am I not
mm,
full? Why am I not satisfied? Because your body's rejecting it. Like that's not nutrients.
mm,
I don't want that. So you're eating
mm,
more, eating
mm.
more, and now you're looking like you 12 months pregnant and wondering why. Eat the
Oh, wow.
four bags of wings and you're not satisfied because there's no nutrients and your body's rejecting it and it's making you feel like you're still hungry and you're not. So to learn how to digest,
Mm,
how the body works, how the blood gut barrier works, I was like, God is so amazing. How and it's like, wow, God, I feel like an idiot not knowing this body I'm living in. But you think because we don't know, we depend on a doctor for everything and don't learn your own body. But you know when something's wrong,
mm,
it's not wrong. It's like, oh, nothing's wrong. Nothing came back on the test. You're like, no, I know my body. Something is off.
mm.
You don't know enough about the internal
Yeah.
workings of your body to know the root cause of stuff that are treating a symptom, treating the
Mm,
whole root of what's going on.
mm,
So
mm.
that's one of the things I learned that really just blew me away about how awesome our body is. and how our body is meant to heal itself. God created our body.
I want to ask you, why is it that our community, people of color, why is it that they are having issue with taking good care of their health? Why do we focus more on, like we were talking about the food, the outward part, but we are not looking at the inward part? Why are we having, is it like there's no too much of awareness or something? What's the problem?
I think it's two parts. What you just named about awareness, I think culture, how you were raised. So if you're born into a family that always eat garbage and trash,
Oh, wow.
you're going to just be raised like until you learn to do better. Also, the demographics of where we live is strategically placed that all we have is Chinese stores, liquor stores, fast food, and the herbal and the good things are like so far. If you don't have a car, you're not getting there. So they make it out of reach. So that was a great question. The reason I believe our culture and our area is having a hard time with living healthy and even desiring to, not even counting the
Mhm.
television, internet, everything is about fast food, fast, fast, fast. Fast food, Chinese store, liquor store,
Mm,
microwave, everything full of sodium, pre-packaged, full of chemicals. So everything is fast, fast, fast.
mm,
So the culture we live in,
mm,
the graphics we live in, they strategically only put
mm,
that in our area. You're not going to go to certain areas,
mm,
different zip code, and see that. You're going to have a more traditional farm raised, different kind of things. But it depends on where you live. I think they target certain areas to put just poison and chemicals in fast food.
mm. So, another question I want to ask is this. During COVID, we saw more Black people, passing away and going through a whole lot of underlying conditions, maybe that were not there before. You are able to give a lot of immune booster. You are able to help so many people during that period. Tell
Mhm.
us a little about it.
That was my heart went out to so many people who were saying they were fine. All of a sudden, they're in the hospital. They feel like they have pneumonia symptoms. They feel like
Mhm.
their lungs look like they can't breathe. And I knew what I had would help clear it up. So I didn't want it to be about I can't
Mm.
afford it. It's I don't have the money. I'm used to paying $5 copay. So I just started giving it. I was like, God, you're gonna bless me. I sold it as a
Oh,
seed. I said, I'm just sowing it as a seed.
oh,
Whoever needs it, I don't want to hear about
oh,
one person dying. And whoever can hear my
oh,
voice and is under my influence, just come and get it. Just come and get it, please. I just want to see
oh,
people live. It
oh.
was saddening to hear people who, and that's the thing, when you eat bad, it breaks down your immune system because your real
Yeah.
immune system starts from your gut. 80% starts from your gut,
Mm,
your immune system. So if you're eating trash,
mm,
you're breaking
mm,
your immune system down horribly.
mm,
That's the thing why
mm,
it's
mm,
important what you eat. So when the time to come, you have a defense up against sickness. You're not trying to fight so bad, like, oh my God, what's going on here? So you got to build a defense. You got to build a
mm. So how do you think we can help more people to live right? Is it a problem of information because the social media is there, or is it because they don't want to listen to it? How do you think we can communicate this message more so that people can live long and they can live healthy? What are the means to effectively do this?
I definitely, like you said, I think people have a problem with change. And because it takes so long
Oh,
for our bodies to show something wrong, they figure, I got time until they see it. One person I heard, which was so saddening, he literally ate something because he knew he had diabetes so bad that it would send him to a diabetic coma. He pulled himself in front of the emergency room, ate what he know he shouldn't have eaten because he knew he was going to pass out. So that tells me
wow.
either it's a spirit of addiction to food that's hard for them to break and they don't think it's a spirit because they don't correlate that together, but the devil's been using food since Adam and Eve to get people to do what he wants. So he's using food against
Mm,
people and making them think it's their idea of life.
oh,
No big deal, it's okay. It's not okay. It's not.
wow,
So I
wow.
think it takes a whole rewiring of the mind because there's studies that show what you eat controls you. It says those things control the host and we are the host. So people in the upper echelon
Mm.
of how they poisoning the toxins and spraying the food, they know what you put in you is going to consume you and control you. They know it.
So, subject like this, we have to create more opportunity for more people to hear it. Like educating the people, exposing their mind to the challenges and the dangers of not taking the right food into their system. That means information is going to take a critical role in bringing about change.
Yes, 100%. When it says you are what you eat, that's not just a slogan. It's literal. You literally are what you eat because food is information. So if you
Mm,
eat McDonald's and Popeyes,
mm,
toxins and garbage, they don't wonder why your blood pressure and your blood sugar levels and your obesity, you are what you're eating. Literally, you're going to eat fruits and vegetables and legumes and water and seeds, and then you're going to wonder, oh wow, like you. One thing I love about you, I said, thankfully I met a man of God who's not looking like he's 16 months pregnant. Thank you for a man who has discipline to keep his body in control and discipline
yeah,
his spirit.
yeah,
I was like, thank God I found my tribe. So
yeah,
it's a mindset. You do what you want to do, and you can choose not to.
yeah.
You got addictive things that's in you, like those fast foods. They put more than 50 chemicals because they know it passes the blood brain barrier to pull you like an addiction. They know it. That's why you always want to
Wow,
keep back. It's in the food to like a drug to pull you to be addicted. So if you don't know how to cut that off,
wow.
mhm. I
I
literally
mean,
right
it's
now have
so
a bag
let's.
of McDonald's from my granddaughter that's been sitting there for 3 years, literally, and it didn't turn, it didn't mold, there's no bugs, it still looks the same from McDonald's. 3 years. I put it in a Ziploc on purpose just to see. That's how much toxins is on it. Not good for your body.
Wow,
Not good.
wow,
Hmm.
wow. So, as an author, as we round up this interview,
Hmm.
you are also an author. Tell me about your book. What's the topic of the book, and what's the focus of the book?
Thank you. I need to definitely do something around health and wellness and maybe creating a different mindset. Thank you for that. But this book that I have is called X Rated Prayers. And that's a book that has prayers in it that most people don't talk about openly in church. So, for instance, let me give an example, two examples that some people might be like, "Oh." One example is freedom from masturbation. People don't want to just come to church and say that's a struggle. They don't want to understand the spiritual background that's causing it, the lust that's causing it, and how to overcome it. They just think it's something they just have to do. So I have prayers, I have examples of how I overcame that struggle and how I got free. And it's not just only scripture, it's conscious decisions and steps that's practical you can do every day to help you break it. Another one is a guilt,
Mm,
a prayer to get over the guilt of abortion, murdering babies, and using birth
mm,
control, not birth control, using abortion as birth control. So nobody going to church and say, yeah, I just had 2 abortions. Hey, I didn't think I could afford it. So they just willy nilly. I have prayers in there overcoming that guilt because you might act like it's no big deal, but you are tormented by demons in your head of murdering that.
yeah.
Every year that comes, think about how old that baby could have been. And you don't even realize you opened your door to the spirit of death for yourself. And you wonder why everything is always stagnant
Mm,
in your life because you opened the door to the spirit of
mm,
death. So that book called X-Rated Prayer
mm.
Books is a book of a compilation of prayers that most people won't come to church and admit they have a struggle with.
I love that. I love that. And where can we get this book?
Thank you. It's on Amazon. So you go to Amazon.com or you can get it from me directly. If you're local, you don't have to pay for the shipping and I can get it to you and autograph it. But if you want to get it from Amazon, go there and it's X dash rated prayers by Theresa Billingsley.
That's a beautiful one.
Thank
Finally, uh, as an entrepreneur,
you.
a
Hmm.
lot of people are doing 9 to 5. Majority of us still have our 9 to 5, and so many people have this challenge of starting something new. They also want to start something. So, how do you advise? What kind of advice are you going to give to such kind of person? Yeah.
I love that question because I too was totally terrified saying what I don't have instead of going to the master of the universe who created all things and saying, God, help me, show me. So, what I did was, as I stated earlier, I didn't have faith for the store, I had faith for the online store. So, I started where I was. And once I did that, then I moved to getting my own office. And people want to know behind the scenes, well, how if you didn't have the money? So, a quick testimony. I know we got to wrap it up. So once God sees you take that step of faith, it's almost like a door to the mall. When you step in towards it, the door just opens for you. So the money started coming to me. People start helping me. Things just start falling into place once God see you makes that step. Let me give you a quick example. One day I'm in bed and my phone keeps ringing with the alert saying, "Oh, here's the code for your PayPal." I was like, "Is somebody trying to hack my account? I don't have anything that I'm doing with my PayPal. I let it sit." So I called and I said, "Is there something going on? Because I keep getting notifications to my phone and I'm not trying to get into my PayPal account." They said, "Oh no, everything is fine. We just see you got $2,000 sitting there." Though I said, "Where'd that come? Wait, $2,000? Like, wait, what?" That was the money I needed to get the first. You see what I'm saying? How God will lead you little steps you think is no big deal.
Wow.
I had faith for that. I took the
Wow.
next step. Next step come. Somebody walk up to me and say, "Oh, you need such and such." Oh, here. I said, "Oh my God." Soon as God seen I made that step, he started bringing everything and everyone into place. So my advice is just make the step. Don't wait to say I got all this money in a row, everything. When you make one step, God will make two. I am a witness. Please just
I
move.
love that.
Like a
I love
navigation.
that. I love that.
The navigation won't give you the direction until you move. It's not going to say make a right, right and left, go down the street, make a left and go another left. Until you get to that first left it told you to make, it's not going to tell you the
That's
next
true. That's true.
step.
That's true. That's true. That's a very powerful one. Until you have to step out in faith, you have to dare to overcome your fear. You have to confront your fear. You have to, I mean, and if I just love the story. What you are saying is that if you can do it, so many other people too can do it.
Even with the school,
Yeah.
I didn't have the money to go to school. What was it, $6,000? I didn't have that, but I knew I felt like a mantle came over me. I said, "All right, God, I'm gonna step out by faith. If this is what you want me to do, I'm gonna do it." And that class is paid off. It
Can
paid
you see
off.
that?
I
Can,
didn't have the money.
can you see?
I didn't have
Can
it.
you see?
Yes,
Can you see that?
when I made the move, it's like God just said, "Thank you. Now you out the way. Let the floodgate."
Wow.
This
Wow.
how this works. I said, "Wow, I didn't
Wow.
have the money, and God paid."
I love that. That's an amazing testimony of the faithfulness of God
Yes,
to his children. And I can tell you what you're saying, if it works for you, it will work for any other person.
right.
All you have to do, if you are whatever it tells you to do, just do it.
Yeah.
Step out, walk on water, you know, don't look at the challenges.
No,
Today's challenges are tomorrow's opportunity. Or today's pain are tomorrow's gain. And I'm
I love,
telling you,
I
I
love
used to
the
tell
line.
people that until you start, you can never be a star. And
Come
so
on,
you have to step out, and when you step out, you will step up.
hey,
Everything everything starts with a decision, and
amen.
it is decision that determines our destiny. Dr. Teresa, thank you so much for being part of this discussion. It's been an awesome time talking to you. I have in the house today Dr. Teresa, the owner of the Health Exchange shop,
Yes,
and it's an wellness and store, right, where
yeah,
people can have some kind of guidance on so many of the challenges that they are going through. Basically, if I get it right, you said it that what you eat is who you cannot become anything less than what you eat. So we have to be careful of the things we put in, because this body is the temple of God. So Dr. Teresa, thank you so much for being part of this America 250 journey. It's
thank
a countdown to the 250 celebration. We're still going to bring you back on this discussion, because I think our community, our people needs to understand that God has designed long life
you.
and
Yes,
good health for all of us. But if those things are going to happen, it's going to happen because we decide that
intention.
we are going to play our own part, because God has already played his own part, and he's not going to come down to do anything for us more than what he has done for us. So thank you for being part of this discussion tonight, Dr. Teresa. I really celebrate you. I appreciate you. And I look forward to hearing so much of the testimonials of many lives and so many of the destiny that have been transformed. Thank you so much, Dr. Teresa, for being part of this discussion tonight. Thank you so much.
My
This is where we're going to draw the curtain. This is Dr. King Talk Show. It's been an exciting discussion with Dr. Teresa, and we've had so much liberating and inspiring discussion on health and wellness. And I can tell you, it is agreed that health is wealth. If you take care of your health, you will not need to spend your wealth on your health. So I quite agree that what we need to do is to take care of this body that will take us into the future. If we don't do that, this body is going to break down, it's going to pack up, and we will not be able to fulfill our destiny. So, Dr. Teresa, thank you so much. You have thrown so much light and so much inspiring understanding to this discussion tonight. We look forward to having you once again. This is where we're going to draw the curtain. This is Dr. King Talk Show. Bye for now. See you tomorrow.